Okay, my name is Hugo Makepeace. I'm here in Coventry to tell people about RUNN, which stands for Reform the United Nations Now. It's a new campaign. It's obviously urgently needed. United Nations is the organization that we, the peoples, as the charter starts, created in order to prevent another world war. We'd been through two at that point, and then, culminating with some terrible nuclear bombs, that anybody that you chat to would agree, we don't want to see that again. And yet we still have nuclear arms, Why isn't it working? It's quite simple. If we look at the United Nations, we have a General Assembly with 193 members, and they all discuss things and vote. A 2/3 majority passes, but you have a Security Council, which then have the final say. And in order for the decision to go through, all five permanent members need to agree to it, and that is the United Kingdom, France, Russia, China, and the United States of America. They all have to agree to anything before it is passed. Look, the squirrels come. So, it's unlikely that that they are all going to agree. Especially if it interrupts, their goals. If it's to do with, say, banning, put restrictions on armory, that they want to keep their military-industrial complex, whether it's to do with, the climate, that all their businesses run on oil and stuff like this. So one of them has to disagree, and it's not happening, So the veto power basically undermines all the principles on which the Charter of the United Nations is built upon. This is built upon the agreement and the understanding that all human beings are equal, all have sovereign rights. So this campaign was started by a man called Elijah Tafari. He wrote this book, which I edited. It was published in 2020 November. You can buy it on Amazon. What's the other one? Kindle. It gives the background and also, the strategy. Basically, we're going to be coming through all kind of media, whether music, videos like this, all kind of artists. And once people have got the concept, they can present it in their own way. It's very simple, Human rights stand for all, and yet we're still allowing these the biggest five abusers, the biggest five warmongers, to have this ultimate say, So the first step is to remove the veto. The other pillars of this campaign is to remove nuclear weapons. As long as we're under the threat of nuclear weapons, that's a violation of our human rights. Then there's the climate and the environment need to be core factors to any policy that's passed. And the last one is the economics of the system. Obviously, we need to make sure that people don't have ulterior motives and what they call it. I've forgotten the word. If you have other interests, conflict of interests. So yeah, where the money is coming from is obviously needs to be watched carefully. So those are the four pillars of RUNN. Reform the United Nations Now. You can find us reformtheunitednationsnow.com, and you can sign up to find out how to help on the website and find all the details there. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're back. 3 minutes.